It's finally here. The time we've all been waiting for. There's been enough Hasvalga raids to finally get it done. If you see here in the corner, the closet symbol's glowing. You already know what it is. There's no other choice for the first Holy Relic. I mean, we haven't got any bundles yet, so it just has to be this. I mean, isn't it just glorious? Now, it's nothing compared to Barnes, but we just have to. I mean, the amount of blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into this has been crazy, but here we go. Holy Relic Twigo is finally here. Look at that animation. That's actually my first time ever seeing that, but there we go. Holy Relic for Twigo, Sword of Einhar. Let's see it. But I mean, enough dramatic music aside, how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now, in today's video, we're finally going back to the Barn team. I mean, as you probably just heard me say, there has been so much effort that has gone into that Holy Relic for Twigo. It has just been insane. Those blue shards have been an absolute nightmare, and I probably could have gotten this a bit sooner, but it's finally here. It's finally here, to say the least, and boy, does it look good. I mean, if there's anyone that uses the Holy Relics without having the actual look applied, that is so stupid. It's a flex almost, but if you guys don't know what it does, applies an effect on the hero for 2 turns, which increases HP related stats by 30% and taunts enemies at the start of battles. So it is just absolutely insane. The fact that they gave it to Twigo of all units, like put that on any other unit, they're just terrible. Like, it only works for this just because of how Barn has worked, and just, I would honestly say now Twigo's probably a better support. He's probably just as good, if not a tiny bit better support for Barn than Arthur is, but if you guys don't know what Twigo does, I mean, his cards aren't all the greatest. He's mainly just here for his passive, which is the increased strength attributes HP by 30%, but first card here is just a regular attack card. Second card here, I believe, is once again, just a basic AoE, and his ultimate here inflicts sever damage equal to 630% on all enemies, so literally just tanking here for Barn. I mean, now you don't even have to worry about Barn having his like ult gauge removed or anything for these first 2 turns. I might actually swap the association around so he gets the Ludo Grace, but there we go. This is the team we're using today. A little lower CC since we're using the HP food, but yeah, let's jump right into it. And here we go, let's see it. I mean, I had to take off the jump. It is hot in this room, and look at that, easy out CC against this Barn team. I'm actually kind of confused on what I meant to do this first turn, because I mean, usually you typically just go for like the Barn buff card, the Arthur Nameless Dance, and then whatever third card you have, just as like a waste to try and draw in more Barn cards. But I'm thinking, since we have the Taunt already on Twigo, we could usually wait another turn and hopefully get at least 1 Barn card to try and rush Ultimate, but it doesn't look like it's happening for us. I mean, when playing Barn, I feel like card RNG is just the worst it is at like any point in the game. Whenever you're using the Margaret team, the level 3 Breath of Blessers are so easy to get, or at least for me. Like, I feel like I get them all the time, and when I don't, like, it's a very odd, like, one-off thing to happen. But I mean, we'll go for extra card draw on this next turn. I might have to actually change the association on Twigo. He's not tanking as well as I thought. I mean, even just having, you know, no attacks directed towards Barn, like, Escanor is obviously an extremely strong hitter, and like, especially against Twigo, who has like one of the lowest crit resistances in the game just due to the fact he's an R character. You know, I'd say he did pretty well there, but we got the merge on the Barn card, and look at that. I mean, Twigo will lose his taunt after this, so we will have to put up the Nameless Dance, but we can still get the Barn ultimate, which is the main thing, and we'll have an extra card to the right. It's been way too long since I've used the Barn team. Boy, have I missed this team, and we will probably lose a bit of damage if we lose Twigo, which would be unfortunate. Let's see, 1, 2, and put the Nameless Dance up. Unfortunately as well, we only have the Barn 3-6, which the second, like, you know, Festival Gotha comes out, I'm pretty sure we can buy Barn coins. I will definitely buy my way to 6-6. I mean, if you guys don't know, Barn is my favorite, like, you know, character in the whole series. Other characters up there, characters like Ludo and whatnot, but being one of the Sins, Barn is my favorite, that's for sure. Oh, this team is just so good. I remember when this team, the amount of hype there was when Barn first came out was so crazy, but this should just about wrap up this match. I mean, we could definitely go for the green melon in the back for the extra ult gauge, but unfortunately only have a SA 5 out of 6, and as you can see, we're not going to one tap everyone with Barn, unfortunately. Yeah, just too much for tank on the CC. We do have the one in the back. Although we're not really going to out CC anyone that's using CC food, it just helps having him. Like, once Twigo dies, we still have like a good DPS in the front, but no forfeit? That's alright, no worries. We absolutely stomped this guy, so onto the second match. But in all honesty, I mean, the last time I probably used Barn was alongside Margaret and Gotha when I used that awfully scuffed team that surprisingly worked. Let's see, I mean, I definitely think that going for, like, keeping these two cards here, maybe when we verse slightly stronger opponents, but then we'll probably be going second. I just think, like, saving both cards for Barn is, like, a good option, but we may change it up in the next match and actually go for the gift turn 1, just to give TWIGOD that tiny bit more survivability. I mean, he does have some fairly good rolls. I don't have all of his costumes. He's a little bit lackluster in the costume department, but I mean, that Holy Relic makes up for it. It just looks so good. Like, honestly don't think I've seen anyone in PvP yet with a Holy Relic, so I'm the first. Weird flex, but okay. Do we merge the TWIGO cards there, or? I think we should go for this one. I don't want to get the TWIGO ultimate, just because it's going to take up like another card in my hand, and it's basically just a waste of space. Whereas in this turn, even if we rush the TWIGO ultimate, like, we're still getting the Barn ultimate as well, so good that we got some extra Barn cards there. We'll have to chuck out the gift just in case worse comes to worse. The fact that he actually doesn't have the Ragnarok Deanne here helps out a ton, because actually no, the Taunt? Is the Taunt a blue buff, or can Deanne remove? Yeah, no. I think Deanne can remove the Taunt, which is definitely unfortunate to say the least. I think I might actually go full send on the Barn here. See if we can get rid of Gotha. Having to deal with that ultimate is way too annoying. And yeah, look at that. This unit is, like, I know Margaret is a new hot thing and she just absolutely wipes teams, but Barn has been downplayed so much from her release, and like, you guys are seeing what he does, right? Mans is still an absolute beast, and I'm so surprised we haven't got any forfeits yet, but yeah, there's not much his Death Pierce can do. I'm so keen to get the Barn Holy Relic as well. Like, just the look of it alone is so good. Like, I was a little bit scared when Holy Relics came out, and I'll continue this conversation in the next match. But yeah, I was a little bit scared when the Holy Relics first got, like, released, because I remember seeing Barnes and thinking, oh, this is a really low CC player. I remember seeing Barnes and just thinking, oh god, if every character has that, like, same, like, I don't know why it ticked in my head that they were all going to look exactly the same, but it did. And then I ended up seeing, like, the Awakened Lily one. I was like, oh sweet, they're all going to be different, but it's such a thing, like, it's such like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Exclusive thing almost, that, like, I know I'm a person that has, like, a fear of missing out on stuff, FOMO as you'd probably call it, and just, like, obviously nowadays, like, with how long UARG has been, I have it for most characters, but just having characters not have the Holy Relic, like, it's just gonna be a thing that plays with my head so much. I already know it, but let's see. We can't obviously remove the dissolve here, which is definitely annoying. I think I'm just gonna go for this here. If we can kill anyone in the front here with this Barn card, that would be glorious. I was just kind of throwing out the TWIGO one to try and follow up on it, but oh damn, I mean, yeah, they're both just dead. I completely expected that. I mean, guessing the CC, yeah, that was probably expected. Holy, this unit is so fun. I definitely need to do more Barn showcases. I might see, I mean, due to the fact that TWIGO gets 2 turns of Taunt, I might actually see if I can go Keo in the front instead of Arthur, and a Merlin in the back. That way we can rush the ultimate right off the bat. And with the ignites, we can, yeah, look at that. Ludo on, like, Taunt characters is so ridiculous. Really hoping TWIGO can actually kill here. His damage is actually pitiful, but yeah, I might try that out and see if we can actually get some, like, you know, easy one taps with Barn, because, like, using him, if you don't have Barn 6/6, using him, Arthur, and Keo in the front with TWIGO on the back is such a good option. Like, those ignites help you get the one taps, so, like, it is such a big help. If you guys, you know, have Keo and, you know, don't have Barn 6/6, I would highly recommend it. It is a big help, but let's see. I mean, we have the Barn ultimate here. This should just about wrap everything up. God damn. Such a cool animation as well. They've really picked up their games with the animations as of recent. What do we... I mean, it's only 2 units. Probably like 600,000. Yeah, even that was pushing it. They were both blue. There we go. Onto the 4th match already. And something I've actually... Well, as of me watching YouTube and just listening to other people's commentary, something I've really thought of is, like, obviously you guys are all here for Grand Cross, but what other games do you guys play in your spare time? Like, it's not something, like, I've ever really discussed. Like, I know personally I've said, like, some of the other games I play, Cold War, Monster Hunter, but as of recent, I've been playing I'm a huge fan of Terraria. I don't know why, like it's been so long since I played it, and I recently got back into playing it as of recent. I've been having so much fun with that, but like, what's just some games you guys play? Because like I could imagine we're all into like the same anime genre. If you're playing Green Cross and like don't like other anime, I feel like it'll be a small majority of the player base, but yeah, I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say on like what your favorite games are and whatnot, because there's definitely a couple, like Monster Hunter for me. If you guys don't know what Monster Hunter is, basically the Japanese version of Call of Duty. It is extremely popular over there. It's especially with like the release of World, which is their second most recent game. The first Western based game, really, it popped off so much and got so much attention, which it definitely deserves. Like that game is probably one of the biggest parts of my childhood, and really like made me like such a grindy player when it comes to games. But I'd definitely like to hear what you guys have to say. I've spent way too much time wasted on games throughout my whole life. Let's see though. TWIGOD's actually tanking so much better with that barn gift card up. I really wish we could rush ultimate this turn, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. We can of course put up the Arthur card. I mean, do I want to hold on to the barn? I'm really thinking I can kill Gotha here. If I can, that'd be like really good for us. Surely? There we go. Putting those crit chance and crit damage rolls on barn is such a necessity. Like if you guys are building barn and if you haven't built barn already, or if you have attack rolls on him, maybe if you're not as well off a player, giving the attack rolls might be better for that boost in CC. It can definitely help. Like going first in matchups is definitely a big thing, but for the barn team, it almost never happens regardless. So you're really better off giving him that crit chance and crit damage, since even his detonate cards benefit off HP, which I only just realized as of recent. I thought they still went off like actual damage. I thought it was only his ultimate, which I don't know why I thought that. I guess I never really looked into it. I know for a fact triple AoE here isn't going to kill, so I'll throw out the barn and the Twigo card. Hold on. Honestly, it probably would have. I probably should have gone for that. That would have been a much better idea. Damn, I really wish barn had more teams though. That'd be so nice. With like, he's such a like prevalent human leader, but he's also such like, he definitely needs his Arthur and Twigo. Like I just feel as if though he's a unit where like if we get new human like meta characters, he's probably not going to fit in the team as well. Like he's very based on what he needs, and he needs it really well. Like the whole team has to be supporting him, where as if you use like a Margaret Gotha setup, you can literally chuck in anything. If you guys have seen my channel, when Margaret initially came out, there was like 15 back-to-back showcases where it was just Margaret and other random units, and inevitably, you know, we did enough damage to beat this team, but her burst damage is on another level. And like, I know it's going to happen with the game. Power creep happens in any game, but there we go, onto the final victim. And for everyone that's made it this far, if you guys are enjoying, it'd help me out a bunch. Please hit the like button, subscribe. It really does mean the world to me. It only takes a second, it's free. I don't want to go rambling on about all the YouTube shenanigans. And I remember how ingrained in my brain it was to go for that other play. And yeah, it definitely feels weird. Like I don't know what's 100% best for barn. It's even when like people started getting the Holy Relic for Twigo, you only really saw like the one showcase, then it was like no more, barn gets put away again. If he actually doesn't go for the level 3 Breath of Bless here, or like, well, he can't stun barn or anything either. Yeah, I think I just win it like at a default. Just getting like the passive up from the merge and giving him extra HP and throwing out the 2 cards should be fine. We'll throw out the 2 stuff first to try and capitalize on only having the 1 resistance buff, but that might just be this match done. I mean, I definitely did expect a flawless video from barn, especially with the Holy Relic. Like having a second passive is so OP. Like I don't think people realize how big of like a thing it is. Like we may be like, you know, a little higher up in PvP. We've been extremely fortunate, you know, versing these low CC players, but higher up, like going second is such a big thing. But this, like an R character even having 2 passives is unbelievably broken. Let's see, going for the stun on Ludo, but of course you can't. I think this one might actually be a bot. It would make sense. And then yeah, look, when it comes to Droll getting his ult, we put up our gift card and watch us just take no damage, like Twigo included. I really wish they gave us more R and SR characters. It'll probably happen like eventually. If you guys play Fate Grand Order, they only just got like new 2 and 3 star characters. That was a little while back now, probably like a year ago, but that game is like, I don't want to give a year because I feel like I'll be extremely wrong on this. I think it's around 4 or 5 years old. Don't quote me on that one, I should probably look it up. And if we had the 6/6 Barn here, we could just throw his ultimate into the shield, do double damage, and the match would be over. Hoping we killed the single target, yeah. I mean, Elizabeth still has revive, but this will be done for. I mean, man, it is good to have Barn back, and hope you guys enjoyed the intro with Twigo there. I had that built up in my mind for ages, and I held on to the materials just to do it. Of course, Droll had to survive, but yeah, no, hope you guys enjoyed that intro. That was a little bit something different. I probably won't do that all the time. I actually feel like doing a thing where like at the beginning of every video, I show like a highlight. I know that's a very popular thing to do, and like, I'm definitely not the first to think of it, but I would be interested. I mean, I spend like not a crazy amount of time editing my videos. Like for me to get out a video a day, it can be fairly rushed just from like the amount of time I spend working. Here we go. I might actually see if I can get the kill with Twigo. If not, I'll just finish. Like we'll wrap the video up, and oh my god, he has 2 resistance buffs. How is... Maybe the AoE is just that weak. This is definitely not going to kill then, is it? Yeah, that's alright. Let's just wrap up the video. And there we go, that just about does it for today's showcase. I mean, so nice having the boy Barn back, and being able to run Twigo on the front is such a big thing. Like, I know when I was doing the Barn showcase initially, I never got around to doing Twigo in the front, and this is my first time doing it with the Holy Relic. He just absolutely shined through. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit like and subscribe, really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.